Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, which means if you're watching this at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that could give you further clarity as to your situation now. I do have my co-pilot here, Stella, my cat. She loves the readings. I was kind of hoping that she might stay in the other room, but she decided she's going to participate. But her contribution is she has a good purr going. And a purr can raise the vibration to a healing energy and even lower blood pressure, which these days I figure maybe we could all use that help. So we're going to go with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we do have the Mean Girls card. So the Mean Girls is talking about immature competition. If you think about narcissistic cheerleaders, and this is talking about that type of energy, where, you know, the team really wants to win, and they're watching another team, and the other team clearly is better than them, and they're going to win. But they'll do anything to get that trophy, and if they don't succeed, then their mothers will pull strings and behind the scenes to make sure that they do. It's that type of energy. And as we mature, we tend to realize that any competition we're really in is, really a competition within ourselves. Like, can you handle the stress? Can you handle the discipline of your mind so that you have your best performance ever, no matter what the conditions are? And so we learn as we mature that, you're really in competition with yourself. And so you can learn from the competition. Instead, they could be inspired by the other team and say, okay, let's watch them really closely, see if we can learn how to do that too, and then work on it so that when we come out the next time, we're that much better. And really, if you're 1% better every time you perform, you're going to it adds up very quickly. And even if you're on a team, if the whole team has that attitude, the whole team is going to also improve. So we have, for the first card out in this reading, the Page of Pentacles. So this is information, communication coming in regarding pentacles, and pentacles in tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness. So this is talking about, a big part of this, of course, is money. So that's why the pentacle energy it actually represents the element of earth. So it's about bringing your thoughts down to earth and making them matter, basically. And this is, of course, money is a very big part of that. But you could have all the money you want, have in the world. But if you don't have the lifestyle you want, then you're not going to be happy. So the pentacles are talking not just about making money and how much money you have, but also they're talking about your lifestyle. And so, and the pages, they would work for the king and queen in the palace when they were quite young, around 7 to 14 years of age. And they would come from the outlying families in the area, people who were, of the upper class that were well educated, their children, and they would come and work for the queen and the king and the rest of the court. And their main purpose would be to deliver communication back and forth through the palace walls and, run errands, etc. And if they were well accomplished and they did a good job of it, when they were 21, they could be considered for knighthood, and if they could afford a horse. So this is talking about some sort of information coming in regarding pentacles. And there might have been some competition for some sort of lifestyle, that kind of energy. And these days we have way more ways of delivering communication other than just in person. So it could be in person, but it could also be a letter or some package or something in the mail. It could be a phone call, text message. Perhaps you're on social media and you have a message there Maybe you see an event being hosted and you go to that event, and then you run into someone who has the perfect information that you need. Also, watching the news at the very top is very helpful, because whatever's going on at the top of the pyramid generally is going to affect the people below. And let's see, we have the Two of Swords. So this is saying that someone's in an energy of having a bit of a closed mind here. It's like this energy is not sure of how to solve an issue or a problem. The swords in tarot represent an energy of air. It's the element of air, which are your thoughts, and your thoughts come from your mind, and from your mental intelligence. So you express your thoughts through words. That could be written or it could be verbal. But this person is caught between two extremes here, basically. She can't figure out what to do. Should it be this or should it be that? My way or the highway? That's how it usually ends up. But the thing is that there's never only two ways of solving any problem, but she can only see two ways, this or that, and she doesn't like either of those options. So she's just sitting here trying, like which one am I going to pick? Instead, what she needs to do is use her intuition as well as her logic to come to creative solutions. She's sitting here, and you can tell this is really draining her energy. The way she's sitting with her feet turned out like this represents leaking energy from the base chakra, basically. So, worrying about survival and being in some sort of fear, maybe of making the wrong choice. She's protecting her heart with her upper body, and her right arm is holding her left arm back. And this is like, her right arm is her logic and her left arm is her intuition. So she only wants to use her logic here to solve the problem, and that's the problem, because she just there's way more than just two ways to solve any problem. And if the blindfold represents she just can't see it or doesn't want to see it. And it sometimes can represent you need to go to your third eye and use your third eye instead of the eyes that you see with. A lot of people will say, like, well, I'll believe it when I see it. But really, human eyes can only pick up a small spectrum of the band of light. And so what you think you're seeing is the whole picture is really just a small amount of what's really there. And the human eye just can't pick up the rest. Animals quite often have sharper vision than people. Like my cat, she sees things all the time. And probably your cats do too. They run around and they're chasing after something, and you're like, what are they chasing after? They're so silly, but maybe they actually do see something we can't. This energy is about the cups. Cups in tarot represent love, and quite often romantic love. But it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be love of anyone or anything, your pets, your family, friends. And also, it can represent something you really love to do or something you really love to be. This card here is a bit of an illusion. It's representing reconciliation. And reconciliation would imply that there needs to be some sort of forgiveness, because, to have to reconcile with someone. So it could be about forgiveness. And, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you want to hang out with them anymore. Forgiveness is more for the individual, so that you don't carry that weight in your heart anymore, and you can be open-hearted again. And I feel like that's the energy here. Something's happened and it's closed her down a little bit here. And this energy, so if it's a reconciliation energy, it could be like a reconciliation even of your childhood. Like maybe something happened to cause you to feel closed up when certain situations come up, and maybe that inner child needs a little bit of healing. The Six of Cups is full of illusions, because when you first look at this card, you think, oh, there's some kids playing, and they're playing with these potted flowers, and there's someone watching over them in the back there. But then when you look more closely, you realize, wait, this is a gnome, and this is a little woman. And this little woman, when you look at her from the front, she looks young, but when you look at her from the back, she looks like an old hag. And so, and she's got this white mitt on, saying she doesn't want the flowers. She doesn't want to get her hands dirty. And the old hag is like walking away. Like she's like, I'm done with this. Those flowers don't even belong to you. I don't want your dirty flowers. And the young woman is being nice about it. So this is, are you going to be a people pleaser? Or are you going to, you don't have to explain yourself to a stranger why you don't want their flowers. So it's kind of that energy. Like, if someone comes back into your life, are you going to people please, or are you going to do what's best for you? And then the white flowers in tarot represent innocence. And so this innocence is, false here also, because these are very beautiful flowers. They're from the nightshade family. They're datra, and this is very toxic. If a child was to ingest this, or a pet, they could get really sick. So you would never let children play with these flowers. And these flowers sometimes, like datra, is sometimes used in ceremonies with shamans, with adults, and the shamans have been doing this for centuries and have the information passed down, so they know what they're doing. But you wouldn't let children play with these. But then don't feel bad, because the watchman watching over the children is actually walking away down the path, but they're not really children. So the whole thing is just kind of saying that maybe your childhood is a bit of an illusion in this way, or when you think about the past with someone, you make it like rose-colored glasses kind of energy. And people have a tendency to show us who they are the first time. So if they've hurt us in the past, and we were like in this energy after it, where we feel kind of closed down, then maybe you need to take a look at that. I mean, that would be up to you if you want to reconcile with someone. Sometimes this can just be reconciling your childhood, and it can also be maybe a reunion. Maybe you run into someone that you haven't seen for a really long time from your childhood, and you maybe haven't seen them since elementary school. This is talking about the Three of Cups. This card is kind of, I feel, part of this energy here. There is a celebration that they are celebrating. They're toasting, but they're not toasting each other. They're toasting something that's happened. And so there's 3 cups here. And if this is a romantic relationship, there should only be 2. But, in many cultures, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, they have a suspicion that if you don't look someone in the eye when you're toasting them, you cause them and yourself 7 years bad luck in your romantic love life. And so in Europe, I found out people will freak out if you don't look them in the eye when you're toasting them. And it's kind of counterproductive then. Why are these people not looking at each other? They're toasting an event that's happened. So it could be something good that they're happy about. We'll see. This usually is not my favorite card. It sometimes can represent gossip and slander about third-party energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles is representing an energy of like woohoo. Like this is the most pentacles that you can receive in the tarot. So this is a lot of money. Like if the most money would be like billionaire status, like that kind of energy. And so remember though that it's raining money, but it's not just about the money. It's talking about like this couple, they enjoy each other's company and they're happy together, and they have a place, the home where they live and the area it's in or the country it's in, they're happy with that also. It's a really good lifestyle. Children, pets, everything they want, and they even have a lot of time to enjoy it. So it's not like they're working 3 jobs to be able to keep it. And so that's the kind of energy, talking about a really beautiful lifestyle. And the Ten of Pentacles. And then we have the the 9 of Wands. And so this energy is talking basically again about this energy here. And it's kind of like this is considered the wounded warrior. And the wounded warrior is someone that has been doing everything they can to stay on their destined path. They want to do things correctly. They want to, they're a kind person, they're a hard worker, that kind of energy. Someone that wants to be on the up and up, and just have a really good life. And but they've been through a struggle to get these 8 wands here growing. But they've accomplished it, and I feel like it's been a struggle. There's been a lot of maybe immature competition, maybe some sort of gossip and slander or something here, because this person has a headache and they are like leaning heavy on that 9th wand. And so this is kind of talking about maybe here they've decided to take an action, but it was only logical, and so it's causing them like a lot of trial and tribulation to land that energy. And so this wounded warrior energy is not, it's when you become so exhausted that it's hard to cross the finish line. Now he's already got 9 and he's leaning hard on this one. This one's close to his heart. And the wands talk about like they're the element of fire. And they talk about taking actions that you've taken, actions that others have taken. And what did they produce basically? And so this is really an accomplishment for this person to have managed to land all this. But it has been not much fun. It's certainly not this energy here. And then we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is talking about on the spiritual realm, there's been judgment called on this. And so the energy is already starting to shift. The universe is like a very orderly place, really. It seems like it's not at times, but everything eventually comes back to order, and the truth is part of that. And so this energy is talking about like this was accomplished, and it may have been really challenging, but it's saying that this individual, and this is representing, I'm reading for you, so I feel this is representing your energy, that you've done your best to stay on your destined path, and it's been a struggle, but you've managed and you've done a really good job. You already have landed 8 wands, and you've only got, you're already moving forward with the 9th and only 1 after that to go. So this is talking about like when you're on the Chariot, it means in the spiritual realm, you've already succeeded. And that the universe is sure that you're going to land that 10th wand as well. And this is kind of like a reward, like it's okay, we can see that things are moving. And so the Wheel of Fortune starts turning in your favor, and this energy is moving. So this is like a tank. Like once you're on the Chariot, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. It's just going to run over what it has to and get you to where you need to go. There's no reins needed, because this is God's plan. You're on your destined path. And then we have the Rebel with a Cause coming in. And so the Rebel with a Cause has been coming up a lot in the readings. This is talking about, there's a lot of astrological influences as I'm doing this reading, that are, a lot of planets have converged into the sign of Aries. And this is all about new energy. And these are big planets that take a really long time to move. So, for them there's 6 of them, and as I'm doing this reading now, there's a new moon in the sign of Aries as well. So there's a lot in this reading. There's a lot of energy from that fiery Aries energy, and it's very like the Aries energy is it's like the infant of the zodiac. And you think about a newborn baby, how they're so tiny, but they rule the house. Like they're gonna get like they're demanding because they need to be, because they're helpless, and so they have to learn how to do everything. You think about what a baby learns in the first year, and so that's the energy that's in this reading, and has been in a lot of my readings lately. This is a rebel with a cause. This is someone who's really passionate, and they love new adventures. That's represented by the pyramids here. This is a knight. And this is delivering information just as the page does. So, I mean, it's unlikely to come in by horse, but it might come in by horsepower, on a truck and end up in your post office box or something like that, or delivered to your door. So this Knight of Wands has a big red plume on the back of his head, and it's representing, like his wand is representing passion. And this is talking about having a lot of passion and a lot of energy. And sometimes in the past, before this knight matured, he would be really impulsive and had a hot temper. But he's learned how to rein those emotions and that in. So now, instead of just being kind of impulsive and doing what he feels like in the moment, now he's very focused, and he's got a cause that he wants to fulfill. So this is some passionate energy coming in towards you, and some information. Here we have the Ace of Swords. So yes, the Ace of Swords is talking. There's a truth coming in here about a situation here. This could be something from your childhood again, with this energy here. Or it could be regarding people who have taken childish actions against you because they want something that you have, like this Ten of Pentacles. This is a lot of money here. So, and a beautiful lifestyle. And so this is, and this is you landing that. The truth is, the Ace of Swords is new energy coming in. And it's talking about a reward for having really done well here, because I'm getting it's been hard. And this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And that's so when the truth comes in, it sets us free, and it's a reward, because it's like once we have all the information we need, then we know exactly which action to take and make life easier and be passionate again and have more fun and be more in that energy. And then the Nine of Pentacles at the top is talking about someone who has learned this lesson well. So the Nine of Pentacles is saying that the energy that you're in is pre-Empress energy. So having and it's sitting right on the Nine of Wands here. So it's saying you're almost there. Like you have the potential, when you land that 10th wand, to really be in this position. And you're already in a very good position. And this is, so the Nine of Pentacles is talking about pre-Empress energy. The Empress is in the major arcana. And she is known for being like pregnant with possibility, like just a magnet for attracting, what she wants, and being someone that is really with a high vibration. Like what she wants is usually what's good for everybody around her as well. And this energy is talking about having learned a lot during your journey in this energy here, and for you to have been able to stay on your destined path is really powerful. It's showing that you've really learned to rein in your emotions and discipline your mind so that you get what you want. And she's got, this is the Nine of Pentacles is talking about, I feel like, it always reminds me of Nikola Tesla, the wonderful inventor and genius. And he would talk about the 369. If you knew the power of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And this is kind of like a ratio, I feel, that he was talking about, of understanding, like, there's 6 pentacles here and there's 3 here. So 2/3 of what she has, she keeps her hand on. And she knows, I have to look after myself first. I have to make sure that I have enough to pay my bills, keep my house running, have my businesses running, be able to have a little left over in case something breaks down, that kind of energy. And then she has these other ones, and like maybe one of these pentacles would be more for that she would use to purchase investments that are more risky, but she feels they're worthwhile investing in, but she understands that she could lose in them, but she could also gain a lot from that. And then this is talking about maybe charity and maybe saving up for a vacation to take the family on. So that this kind of energy is saying, like, basically you're the sum of your environment. And it's talking about having really learned that discernment about how much time, money, and energy to invest in others, and also what to invest in, because the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. And so from the bottom to the top and back down again, we have an energy here of the Page of Pentacles coming in with some information regarding some pentacles. And it feels like that maybe there's pentacles missing because of this energy, the competition, And there's something maybe that happened when you were a child. Maybe this is sibling rivalry. You know, it sometimes does represent that. So then we have the Chariot coming in, and it's saying that there's been judgment called on the spiritual realm, and that's being brought down to earth, and it's already happening. Then we have the Knight of Wands, which is a rebel with a cause. So being passionate to get to where you want to go. And this is talking about that passion keeps you moving even though you're in this kind of exhausted energy. And this is talking about really learning a lot from that. And the truth has come in, and this is it's going to set you free from this energy. There could be a lot of money coming in from something about your childhood. So this could be some sort of inheritance or investment. Generally, this is talking like old money, like generational wealth that's been passed down from family to family. And maybe you have somehow a will or something, someone left you something and you don't know about it, and you're going to find out about that, and it's actually a lot of money. It could change your lifestyle. And this is people that I feel that are celebrating too soon. I feel there's been some sort of energy where some people knew about this and you didn't. And maybe they've been enjoying some of that money, and that's why your life has been so hard. And maybe your intuition has been trying to tell you this, that people close to you don't have your best interests in mind, and you don't want to hear it. So you don't, that can be that closed mind energy. So this could, give you a little bit of a wake-up call. I feel there's definitely some sort of truth coming in. And when I'm looking at this also, I'm seeing like this energy. The Chariot can sometimes, it represents law and order coming back into, from the spiritual realm down to the earth. And it can represent law and order on earth. So this can sometimes represent an energy of, police coming through. There was maybe something that was illegal in this. And when people say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that's what they say in court. So I feel like it could be that kind of energy. And whatever the truth is, it's going to be in your benefit. Definitely, because this is coming through here. And maybe there's some sort of information coming in the mail, or you're going to find out something about when you were younger that you didn't know. If you've enjoyed this and you're leaving the reading now because you don't need clarification, thank you for your time and energy. Please give it a like and comment. It really helps my channel. I appreciate it. Consider subscribing. You're more than welcome. I'm going to clarify this reading for those of you who want clarification. So I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector, which I started back in 2007, and I completed all 64 paintings in 2020. It's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. There's lots of really big paintings. About 30 of the paintings are big 3-foot by 4-foot paintings of dragons coming in from the future. I had a lot of fun with it. Now I'm getting ready to put it out there, and I'm playing with the cards with you guys, because I have a website, and so on these cards that I'm using are numbers, and those numbers represent the paintings in my gallery on talesfromthevector.com. And I'll put them in the description box below in the order they show up here if you want to check it out. They say sometimes a painting can paint 1,000 words. So let's see here. We have the Hermit here. So this is talking about an energy of, on this competition, that you may have gone inward and really decided, okay, I'm going to the Hermit basically climbs the mountain, and he goes to the top of the mountain, and he wants to be with God and just isolate himself from everybody else so that he can meditate and pray and get to some sort of answer here. And because he does that, then when he's ready, the lantern he holds has the light of the North Star in it. And when you're following your North Star, that means you're on your destined path. And so this is talking about having done that. And then that opened up your intuition, I feel. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely turning in your favor when this information about this Pentacles come in. And then I feel like you're going to find out about something that's really beneficial for you. You may have a distant relative that really cares about you and you didn't even know about it. And maybe they've passed on, or maybe you find out you were adopted, or, you know, there's so many things with DNA right now. You know, families finding out, oh, you know, I'm not who I thought I was, kind of energy. So this is the Taurus. When the horoscope signs come in, I just want to point out, I'm not talking about an individual. I'm talking about the energy of the sign itself, the state of being, basically. So this Taurus energy is about learning to give and take, and that is talking about here having mastered it. So this is really good. It means that the reason why you are in this energy is you hadn't learned yet how to use your discernment about how much to invest in others. And I feel that you are maybe taken advantage of because of this. And also it could be that there's a truth that happened in your childhood that you're unaware of. And if this is sibling rivalry, they might know about that truth and they just never told you. And it put them in an unfair position of being able to be in competition with you without you knowing it. This is the battle star energy. And yeah, it's talking about really having to have courage to be able to move forward. That's this energy here. And to stay on your destined path, you know, like to stay, be where you need to be. And we have lack of awareness, which is a karmic space. So this is, you know, never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. I do feel that your intuition was trying to tell you, like, there's something going on behind your back here that you don't know about. And you maybe knew that, but like you just couldn't ever get any information about it. But now some information has come in, and I feel like it could be quite shocking for you, like that other people know about this and you don't. But that it happens in more, you know, in a lot of families. There can be hidden secrets for whatever reason. And when judgment is called on the spiritual realm, the skeletons tend to fall out of the closet. And we have the chariot here. So this is emphasizing that this has already happened in the spiritual realm. So if you've been kind of wondering, like, what's the truth here? Like, what's going on? You know how when you walk into a room, all of a sudden everybody goes silent? And what were they talking about, but then they don't really tell you. It's that kind of energy. And I feel there is a tower coming through. So the tower energy in my oracle, it does say divorce. It could be divorce. But this energy also can represent, you know, the worst divorce is from source. So if you're connected to the truth of God, like God's bringing in the truth. You're like, you went and you asked for help. Here with the Hermit energy, and God is coming through for you and making sure that you know the truth of your situation so that you can make strong choices for moving forward. And it's talking about there was definitely some sort of scotoma, so some blind spot that you're not aware of. This is a scotoma is when a little bit of the eye, it's almost like some of the pixels just they're blurry, and so it's not something that really affects your eyesight in a real profound way, but it's kind of like something that's there that you can't see, basically some detail or whatever. And this is true in life as well. So sometimes we can see something that others cannot see, or others can see things that we can't see. And that means they know about things that we don't know about. And there also could be an energy of everybody can see it or nobody can see it. So it could be that nobody knew about this, and this information comes in and it just totally kaboom. The tower is never like a comfortable place. And I feel like maybe your family members, if they know about it, there's some other part of it that they don't know about as well. I feel like this tower hits everybody, and it's like a big, traditionally the tower, when the tower hits, it's lightning strikes the turret of the castle and people are falling out of it and it's on fire, and it's not a comfortable position for anyone to be in. But I feel that the energy is going to be very beneficial for you, because the truth is going to set you free. You've asked for God's help and He's come through here. and maybe this is something they didn't know about, and now everybody finds out about it, but it is something that's going in your favor. So I don't know what that is. You might know. Let me know in the comment if you're like, I know exactly what this is. That would be really cool. Sometimes I'm doing these random shift readings and I'm like, I don't even know like if I should put this one out, and then someone always contacts me and says, this is exactly what I needed to know. So I just trust that the cards come out the way they do for someone out there or someone's. And I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a like and comment and let me know if this has been beneficial for you in some way. And I will be back with another reading about random shift soon. Bye for now. Oh, do I have to wake you up, Stella Ray?